Hey everybody, welcome to Lumiere Tarot, and a big warm welcome to you if you're new here. My name is Clair Summer and I'm going to be doing your pick a card reading for you today. Today we're looking at 1 year from now. So we're going to be looking at the energies and themes of your life 1 year from now, and perhaps, energies that have transpired over the year. Okay, this is a timeless reading, so whenever you found this reading, please know that there may be a message here for you. But this is just a very general reading, so if you find that it doesn't resonate, please feel peaceful and find the message that does resonate with you today. Thank you to all my amazing subscribers, and thank you to everyone who has donated through the energetic exchange. I just love you all so much, and I am sending you all a big hug. Okay, we've got 5 groups for you today. All the timestamps for these groups are in the description box below this video, and I will insert an overhead shot so that you can see which group is which. I ask that you make your choice using your intuition. So just, tap into that quiet inner voice that we all have to make your selection today. Take a deep breath, drop down into your body and make your selection. I will just let you know while you do that my book Love Academy is available. It's for raising your vibration so that you can manifest your soulmate, so that you can come into alignment with soulmate love. So if that resonates with you, do check that out. It is linked below this video. But people have been writing to me every day telling me about what amazing changes have resulted as a result of them taking on this information and making these positive changes in their lives. So yeah, some really amazing stories as a result of them reading my book. So that is lovely to hear. I'm very honored and humbled. Okay, but yes, I'm really looking forward to doing this reading for you today. It is a great old day here in England. It is pouring down with rain, but I feel all cozy and I'm looking forward to spending time with you. So yeah, let's get started. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 1. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards, see what messages Spirit has regarding where you'll be at 1 year from now, whenever it is that you find this reading, okay? So let's take a look. So we've got the Strength card, 9 of Wands in the reverse, Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles again. Oh my goodness, that's so amazing. We've got the Hanged Man in the reverse, transformational energy. We've got this beautiful card, the Weaver. We can talk about that, that's interesting. We've got the Star Mother, the card Despair, and the beautiful card Miracles and Blessings. Okay, so taking a look at these cards here, I want to talk about this first with these Knight of Pentacles energies that are represented twice here. So this is a really strong message for you from 2 different decks. This Knight of Pentacles energy is really represented here for you. So I think this is the main theme for your reading today. So this is really I just feel like 1 year from now, you're really going to be on the path to working towards your financial future. Now, it may feel like it is slow going, but what you will know is that A, you're making progress and you'll be able to see that progress. So I just feel like, you will be in a better financial position 1 year from now, and that you're going to be on the road and you're going to be extremely clear that you are on the right road, that this is your destiny, that you're on the right road to your goals, that you're working in the right direction, so you're not going to be unsure about whether or not you're doing the right thing or whether or not you're going in the right direction. The path that you're on, you're going to be absolutely sure that you're going in the right direction towards your goals, towards your financial goals. Okay, so I see that you're going to be in a better position financially. I think that in a year's time, this does indicate that maybe you've been promoted, that there's been some sort of increase in your finances in that way. So maybe you've got a raise as part of your career or your job, or you've moved jobs so that you can earn more money, but you're definitely going to feel like you're in a really solid, this is beautiful, solid energy here for you represented, that you're in a really solid place and that you will be able to, that is the road that you will be able to take for the rest of your life if you choose to, and if you carry on going on that, you'll just be able to develop that and grow it and develop it and grow it, to expand, yourself, to be able to offer more to the world, around you, to those people, you know, in terms of service. This is really a card of sort of active service, of kind of doing your dharma, of sharing your gifts with the world and what it is that you are here to do. So if you're not sure about what it is that you want to do, what direction you want to go in, then in a year's time I see this being very clear for you. If you're feeling like you're a little bit stagnant, or you're not quite sure if you're doing the right thing, then again, this is coming into clarity for you. You know, and you know, this time, you know, next year, you will feel you know, really solid in your decision about what it is that you're doing and where it is that you're going, and the steps. This is really an energy of taking steps that you want to go in towards your future. So you know what the goal is. This is a card of having your eyes on the prize and then working towards that, and you know which steps to take and where it is that you're going, because that's so important, having a clear intention for where you want to go, so that you can direct that energy in a focused way towards that. Okay, so I see also maybe, you know, learning and developing as a result of that in the role, in your career. You know, maybe you're learning on the job, or maybe you're learning more things that you can apply to your career so that you can become more expansive, more, you know, you've got more to share, you've got more wisdom, and that's going to really sort of set you apart from the competition. So, and again, this may feel like it's a little bit slow progress, but you will, you know, you will have progressed, and you will see some progress in your life, you know, enough to give you the motivation to keep going, and you'll have a clear sense that you're going in the right direction. May not be quite as much as you wanted, you know, like a big change or a big turnaround, but you'll just be so solid in knowing that you're going in the right direction, and that if you carry on a little bit further, then you will see the results that you want to see, which I think is really interesting. I think, you know, this beautiful Hangman in the reverse, you know, I often see this as a the energy of transformation, like a chrysalis. There's like the symbolism of a chrysalis here. So I just see that in a year's time, you will, you know, you'll be in that butterfly stage. You would have been through that journey, and really just developed yourself and be able to, you know, be authentic, you know, have that beautiful butterfly energy. It'd be time to unfurl those beautiful radiant wings. Okay, so because it's in the reverse, I just see you overcoming stagnation, or just like overcoming an old pattern or thought pattern that you have that has been holding you back. Because this is really a card of being able to see things differently, being able to expand your consciousness. This is really powerful here. So we have, you know, this beautiful sunrise represented here in this card. So, you know, this is like a new dawn for you. So a lot of fresh energy, a lot of positivity coming in for you in a year's time. But it's really as a result of you expanding your consciousness and just thinking, oh yes, being able to recognize, oh yeah, I do think about things, you know, I do think about things in this way, and this is limiting, you know. So I just think you're going to be made aware of a limiting belief or limiting beliefs, particularly around money, I sense. You know, about maybe your own worth, or, you know, what it is that you have to do to be able to get the financial security and stability that you are looking for in this life. And I just feel like you're going to have this beautiful awareness, you know, and you can get that through maybe reading, you know, reading a really enlightening book. You know, sometimes you can just say, wow, this book changed my life. Or, you know, perhaps getting a mentor, somebody in your life who is just really positive, who's, you know, that bit further on the journey, who really inspires you. Or, you know, this can come through, you know, possibly through self-reflection, through meditation, or some sort of counseling or psychotherapy, somebody who, or a life coach, something like this, where you invest in yourself in this way, and that person who is outside of you is able to reflect back something quite significant to you. So I see that coming in for you with this energy, and that will bring, you know, this expansion in consciousness that we were talking about. And this is, you know, what life is all about, expanding in consciousness, so that you can raise yourself up. So these beautiful cards, you know, with the 9 of Wands in the reverse and then the Strength card, these are both amazing cards about just, you know, this is heart-centered energy when we see the Strength card in the tarot. So I just feel you like letting go of your defenses here. So maybe if you've put up a heart wall, you know, a wall of energy in front of your heart, which is stopping you, just thinking, well, yes, this will protect myself, this will protect me from getting hurt, but also it stops you from fully experiencing love, and it stops people from fully getting to know the real you, and it stops you from fully connecting to people. So, you know, maybe this has you know, maybe you've become defensive because you've been hurt in the past. Maybe, you know, not necessarily romantically, but it could be through friendship or with your family. But I see you being able to let your guard down and being able to be more vulnerable, which opens you up to new connections of all kinds, you know. And this is really a beautiful healing energy here that we're looking at. So, you know, if you have been hurt, in a year from now, you will have healed from that past hurt. And, you know, being able to face those fears of maybe, you know, being unlovable or not being good enough, or, you know, not being able to reach out and connect to people. So I see, as a result of you breaking down that heart wall that you may have put at to a greater or lesser extent, depending on your own situation, letting a lot more people in to connect to the real you, okay? So without putting a mask on, or, you know, pretending to be something you're not, just saying, this is who I am, this is my authentic self. So what you're stepping into a year from now is more authenticity, you know, and this is going to bring you more expanded consciousness that we're talking about, and it's going to bring you more financial wealth as a result of that. But most of all, you know, this is the opportunity to connect with like-minded people, and that can result in a beautiful relationship, a beautiful romantic relationship, or just a beautiful connection with somebody in your life, which enriches your life. You know, this is what it's all about, human connection. So yeah, I just see you being able to break down any blocks that you have towards fear of deep connections, and just going deeper and deeper every time you sort of open up into that vulnerable space and say, this is how I'm feeling, to somebody. From that space of truth, they're able to get a little bit closer to you, and it gives them permission to open up about how they're feeling. And each time you do that, you bring yourself closer and closer to that person. But if you're looking for new love, then, you know, or you're looking for healing from a past relationship, then this is really coming in for you. You know, this is really positive energy. You know, and this talks of courage as well, you know, having courage to make changes in your life. When we make changes, you know, we're stepping into the unknown. Even if it's something as small as giving up coffee, that still takes courage. You're just like, well, you know, coffee is my friend, or, you know, coffee is part of my life, and then you're making a change, doing things differently. That takes courage to do that. But I see you being able to step up to that really strongly a year from now. So, and that's part of that expanded consciousness that we were talking about earlier. So I want to talk about this Star Mother card. Perhaps some of you over the next year and a year from now will become a mother. If that's something that you really want, then this is highlighted for you. But for other people, this could resonate in a different way. This can, I really see you having a beautiful self-care regime in your life. So if you've been doing things on and off, or you know that you've got to look after yourself better, but you're not doing it, or you know that you are doing bits and pieces, but you haven't made it something that where you're nurturing yourself regularly, I see you having a really strong routine of being able to look after yourself, and that, you know, keeps you strong so that you can you've got plenty of energy and plenty of good health to be able to put into your financial goals. Okay, so I see you really sort of nurturing, taking good care of yourself, you know, and again, that will result in your emotional healing as well. Okay, then this can also indicate, you know, taking care of the mother wound. If you are experiencing the mother wound in your life, I see this highlighted here as something that will, in a year's time, be something that you're very aware of, that you are able to recognize, to understand, and to heal for yourself, to go through that journey of healing. Or perhaps just the relationship with your own mother, or the person who acted as the mother in your life. So definitely becoming more harmonious, lots and lots of healing energy coming in with that mother energy. Okay, so it's sort of like about connecting to the mother in your life in a healthy way, but also being able to mother yourself with self-nurturing and self-care. So in a year's time, I see that as being quite significant for you. We also have this card, the Weaver, a very beautiful card. Again, you know, this is just like about weaving the threads of your future. This is really saying you are the weaver of your own destiny. You create your own life. So in a year's time, I really see you being in the driving seat of your own life and being able to really take responsibilities for everything that happens in your life, and just saying, yes, I want this in my life. No, I don't want that. Yes, I'm going to pick up that thread and I'm going to leave that thread behind, and choosing the threads that you want in your life to create the tapestry of your life. So this is really saying, this is empowered energy here, and a year from now you're really going to feel that strength of being in the driving seat of your life and being able to choose what it is that you want in your life and what it is that you don't want in your life, in order to move forward in a really positive way, you know, and in a very strong way as well. So, and then we have these cards, despair, but also miracles and blessings. So these are like, you know, opposite forces here. So if you've been experiencing anxiety or depression, these despair feelings, if you have been going through a difficult time or challenges, you know, we do grow as a result of the challenges that we have in your life. So Spirit wouldn't make you suffer for no reason, okay? So, you know, do bear that in mind, because all these miracles and blessings are available to you. I think this is going to come through the power of gratitude. So I think a year from now, you're really going to have your gratitude game quite strong. You know, maybe you'll start a gratitude journal. Maybe you'll be scripting your gratitude, just saying, I am so happy and grateful for, you know, whatever it is. I'm so happy and grateful for the opportunity to earn money, or for the roof over my head, or, you know, that I've got a safe space to sleep at night, or, you know, that I've got all this money in my bank account, or, you know, whatever it is, or that I've got more money coming in, or that I've got such a loving partner, or such a good friend, whatever it is. You know, that can be a long list of gratitudes. So those are your blessings, counting your blessings. You know, and when you do that, then your blessings really grow. You know, and a miracle is really a new thought. So like we were talking about expanding your consciousness, you know, with this Hanged Man in the reverse energy. When we look at these blessings, a miracle is really a new thought. It's exactly the same energy as the Hanged Man in the reverse. Being able to see things differently and going, oh, actually, I've got that a bit wrong, or actually, that isn't the truth for me, or actually that is a bit limiting, maybe I could change that into something else that's more positive, which serves me better, and that will be beneficial. Maybe that's something I could work on. So I see you really you know, having this beautiful practice of gratitude, and then that gratitude bringing more miracles, more blessings, more abundance into your life as a result of that. Okay, so a year from now, you know, I see you, you know, better off financially, and, you know, it's really working in the right direction towards your financial goals. I see some expanded consciousness, which results in gratitude for you. I see you breaking down any heart walls that you have, which are, or fears that you have, which are stopping you from creating really positive connections in your life and romantic connections. And I see you developing self-care and, you know, maybe understanding your mother, or your relationship with your mother better. Okay, and also maybe possibly becoming a mother or a parent, excuse me, if you know, that resonates with you and it's something you want. That is really highlighted for a year's time from now. But otherwise, it's just looking at that mother energy in your life. Okay, I hope that reading was beneficial for you. That's all I have for you in this reading for you today. It's been very, very positive for you. So lots of really powerful energies here for you. Which are available to you. Do connect with me down in the comments and tell me how it resonated. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives. And if you feel called to, please check out my beautiful book, Love Academy, for manifesting your soulmate and manifesting soulmate love. So, you know, do check that out, only if it resonates with you, of course. Okay, but have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 2. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages Spirit has regarding your life 1 year from now. Okay, so we have the beautiful card Magician, 2 of Cups, 3 of Wands, King of Wands, the Moon, the oracle card Sacred Destruction, birthing a new age, body, and simple acts of kindness. Okay, this is really interesting. Okay, so I see with this Two of Cups energy, you know, that soulmate love is available to you. I see you in a connection with somebody who is your soulmate, or just a significant connection coming in a year from now. This is quite a harmonious connection as well. So this indicates like a harmonious love. So if you're in a situationship, I sense that it will settle down into something, you know, a little bit more solid, a little bit more stable, something like this. Or it could be that a year from now you are with your soulmate, or that you've met somebody in your life who can give you soulmate love. Okay, if you're already in a relationship, then this indicates a deepening of your connection, a deepening of your love, a deepening of the understanding of each other that you have. Okay, so but definitely if you're single, a new love is indicated for you. But just a very harmonious time in love 1 year from now. Very harmonious and calm, and just able to enjoy each other's company, learn from each other, enjoy each other, have good times together, and just share in those good feelings is what I'm seeing, which I think is really beautiful. So we have this card Sacred Destruction, which I think is really interesting. Yeah, and the Moon. So with these cards, Sacred Destruction is very similar to the Tower energy in the tarot, if you're familiar with that. It's a breaking down of the old. So what you're looking at is that I just sense that 1 year from now, either this will already have happened or it's something you're going to be working through, is that you are leaving behind that which no longer serves you. Anything that has outstayed its welcome in your life. So this could be a job, it could be a friendship, it could be a family connection, it could be an old habit. But, you know, and often when we get this Sacred Destruction Tower energy, it's many things at the same time, you know, because obviously our lives, everything in our lives are all linked together. So I see a breaking down of the old, you know, and this can result with this Moon energy in a lot of fears coming up, because sometimes things in our lives can have outstayed their welcome, but they are familiar. And when things are familiar, you know, it feels comfortable. We're in our comfort zone. And when these things break down, then we're out of our comfort zone, and it can feel very raw, very difficult, very uncomfortable to be doing that, you know, and the temptation is always to stay in the comfort zone, in the familiar. But I see a lot here about you getting out of your comfort zone in this reading, you know, which we can talk about, which is, you know, very powerful. So I see a year from now, you really sort of clearing space for, you know, of things that no longer serve you. And that space can feel like a void. It can feel like an emptiness. And, you know, that can bring up a fear. So the invitation is really to be able to sit with the void, to sit with that space of not having that thing or that person or that money or that opportunity or that job or whatever it is in your life, however it resonates, be able to sit with that space and just know that that space is for something good. It's a little bit when you clear out some physical space in your house and you're like, oh, you know, I don't really want to get rid of this thing because it's got, you know, it's got a memory, it's got a sentimental attachment to this object. But if you get rid of it, then it can create space for something new to come in, which is more in alignment with who you are now. And this is all what this is about, is coming into alignment with who you are now. So this is what we're looking at in a year from now. So just be aware of when those fears come up. You know, don't shy away from the fears, those uncomfortable feelings. Just, you know, feel it. Just really feel it and let that fear wash through you, and then it will be gone and be transformed into something more powerful here. Okay, so this is really exciting as well, because we have the Magician and we have birthing a new age. Okay, so these are, you know, this is creative energy here. This is like saying you can create your own reality. You can create what it is that you envision in your mind. If you want your life to be more peaceful, if you want more abundance, if you want more connection, you know, what is it that you would like to see in your life a year from now? Because Spirit is really saying, you know, if you plant those seeds, the seeds that you plant now is what I'm sensing you will see in a year's time. From now, from this time, Okay, and this is really powerful, what we're talking about. So be clear about your intention. Be clear about what it is that you want to create, that what you want to see, what you want to bring forward into the 3D world, into reality. I suggest maybe making a vision board, or even making a list of the things that you would like, the positive things that you would like in your life, the baby or the relationship or the X amount of money that you want to be earning every month, or the opportunity to work with a specific person, or the opportunity to go to a specific place, to travel. What is it that you specifically want? And be specific, and then that energy, you can direct your energy. That is focused energy then. But your manifestation power is really strong right now. And I just feel like the things that you do now over the next few weeks and months, in a year's time, you will see them manifested in your life in a magical way. And this is really a creative time as well. I see you like a year from now being very creative with your ideas, having creative solutions to your problems, looking at life from a really creative angle, having lots of ideas about what it is that you want to be doing, where you want to be going, how you want your life to look, really powerful stuff. So yes, this is the energy of change. There's so much here about powerful change with the sacred destruction, with this birthing a new age. You're getting rid of the old and you're bringing in the new. And this is, what you'll be able to see in a year's time. You'll be able to see the fruits of your labor. You'll be able to see the results of what it is that you want to manifest. It will be there for you. And you'll be able to, take that moment of gratitude to just say, wow, I have created this. This is how powerful you are. This is how powerful you are. This is what Spirit wants you to know. And there's a lot of action energy here in your reading with this Wands energy. The Three of Wands to the King of Wands is very interesting. This really speaks of success. It speaks of you being able to make a lot of progress as well. So I think in a year's time, you'll be able to see how much progress you have made. So if you're just thinking, wow, I'm putting a lot of work in, but I'm not seeing the results, in a year's time, you will see the results very clearly. Financially, you'll be able to see the results, and in terms of changes as well. So this really, when I see these cards together, these energies speak of big changes that are happening for you. So I just think, in a year's time, your life is going to look a bit different, or a lot different, because this is, big changes. So I see you maybe changing job or location or living location, maybe your home, you'll move to somewhere different. So definitely a big move coming in your home or career is indicated here. So I think, in a year's time, this is going to be very different for you. This is going to be very different for you. There's a lot here about movement in your life, overcoming obstacles, overcoming stagnation, creating movement, taking action, and then that resulting in really, really positive changes, which are more in alignment with who you are, and more in alignment of, your truth, with your authentic self. So I see you just having, just like the energy of adventure is here as well. Again, just being able to say, okay, I do feel those fears, but I'm going to do it anyway. And being able to step out into that new territory and take on these new things, take on that new job, take on those new plans, and, really own it. And, that being really, really positive for you. It's a lot here about taking action as well. So you're, with the Magician energy, you're imagining it in your mind, you can envisage it clearly, and then taking action in the direction of which you want to go. So this is action energy. So I just feel like the actions that you take now will really create that new life for you 1 year from now, where you see your progress, where you see the success that you have made. This also indicates a lot of travel, like we were talking about moving jobs, moving house, moving location. Or it could just be that, it resonates with you that in a year's time, you're going to be, doing that beautiful traveling that you want to do. Having that opportunity to spend a bit of time in a new location, those beautiful travel plans that you have so close to your heart, you know, where you want to go to a specific place, or you want to take 3 months off and really travel around, you know, a particular area of the world, or see specific things. I really see that manifesting for you very strongly. Okay, but definitely moving energy of change coming in. So you're creating, you know, getting rid of old things, and when you do that, that is what's creating the space that you need to create something which is more in alignment with who you are right now. Okay, so, and King of Wands energy is really successful energy. It's really like, you know, seeing the fruits of your labor, which I think is really, really beautiful. So, you know, if you're feeling like you're stuck now, if you're feeling like you don't know which way to go in life, then just know you have the power to create the life that you want as you see fit, as you see, you know, as it is in alignment with, you know, what you truly want and what you desire. Okay, so I think that is really beautiful. So yeah, lots of positive changes for you a year from now. We have this card body as well, so this indicates to me that if there is something that you are doing, like a health or a fitness or a body related goal, I see that in a year's time you will see the results of that. I mean, you may see the results sooner, but in a year from now you'll really be able to look and say, wow, I'm so glad I did that. So this might look like you regularly committing to going to the gym. It might look like you training for a marathon. It might look like you getting fit or becoming more flexible through yoga. It may be you committing to a new diet, a new way of eating, a healthier diet, something like this. So, but it's really going to pay off for you. You know, maybe you'll be like, wow, my health is so much better, or I have so much more energy, or that niggling health problem that I had has now resolved itself. You know, that back pain or those migraines, or, you know, that skin condition, you know, what it is that you do towards that will really have paid off in a year's time, and your health is going to be so much better as a result of what it is that you do, where you're working consistently towards that goal, and you will see the results, and that is going to be really, really powerful for you. Very exciting. You're going to feel really, really good about it, because when you do those things, when you concentrate on your health in this way, you know, it does lead to more energy. You know, there's so much energy here with this Wands energy, you know, with this Wands represented in your reading. So I just see you being able to create more energy as a result of that. So if you've been feeling a bit depressed or a bit lethargic, or like, you know that there's something that you need to do for your health, or that you need to explore, I see you being able to do that and getting the results that you need, being able to look back, you know, in a year's time, look back over that year and just be like, wow, you know, I've really turned this around. You know, my body looks completely different, or, you know, I feel so much more peaceful and confident in myself as a result of doing these things. We also have this beautiful card, Simple Acts of Kindness. So I see in a year's time you doing something quite philanthropic. So, you know, maybe you're just donating money to help somebody who's less fortunate than you, maybe paying for the schooling, you know, doing that thing where you sponsor a child through their schooling. It could be anything. I don't, you know, take it how it resonates. It may be that, you know, you help out a neighbour regularly, or you donate 1 hour a week to volunteering to do something, or, you know, 1 morning a month to doing something. But as a result of that, you're going to meet some really good people, is what I'm sensing, who really resonate with you, who really enrich your life, and who help to take you to the next level, you know, and just who are a joy to connect with. So, you know, in a year's time, I do see you sort of doing that, and that being part of your spiritual journey, to be able to help somebody out who is less fortunate than you, and you're just going to have loads of energy and enthusiasm for that as well. So that's really going to enrich your life and expand your it's, you know, it's just part of your spiritual expansion, which I think is quite exciting. So to conclude, I see you know, big changes coming in, which may bring up a lot of fears for you if you're moving locations, moving jobs, starting a new relationship, something like this. There's going to be a big overhaul of your life. There may be many changes happening in the next year as a result of this. But I see you being able to level up to that, no problem. I see you being able to manifest what it is that you desire very powerfully, which I think is great. So yeah, just lots and lots of changes coming in, which are more in alignment with who you are now, so that you don't stagnate. I don't see any fear, there's no fear of you stagnating. You are moving forward passionately and, into creating the life of your dreams, so that your life in reality looks more how you envisage it in your mind. So you're more in alignment with what it is that you truly desire, which I think is really beautiful. We need more people like that in life. When people are living from that positive energy space, we are, it raises the vibration of the whole planet, brings the whole planet into, greater alignment, and there's less environmental destruction and things like that. So this is the microcosm of the macrocosm, okay? So, we all have our beautiful part to play in this web of life. So yeah, lots of positive changes coming in for you. I hope that has given you some clarity. Do connect with me down in the comments. Let me know how this resonates for you. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives. If it resonates with you, do check out my website where my book Love Academy is available. It is for helping you come into right alignment with soulmate love, or from meeting your soulmate. So check that out, see if it resonates with you, because people have been letting me know that it has created really powerful changes in their life for attracting more love, deeper connection, and for meeting their soulmate as well, all the time. They can't believe that they what powerful changes and transformation this has brought in for them. It's really helping them to get ahead and dissolve any blocks that they have towards that sort of love and meaningful connection. So I think that's really beautiful. So, if that resonates, do check that out. But yeah, you're always in my thoughts. I love you all so, so much. I'm sending you all a big hug. Have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 3. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see what messages we have from Spirit regarding your life 1 year from now. Okay, so let's take a look. We have King of Swords, the Empress in reverse, Four of Wands, Ten of Pentacles, the High Priestess, this beautiful card, Pillar, Council of Light, Divine Orchestration, Helpers in the Subtle Realm, this lovely card, Calmness, and the card, New Love. What's interesting here, that I'm seeing in this reading is with this Empress in reverse, I'm just seeing like the Empress upright is all about safety and creating a space of safety and being free from fear, that really safe, nurturing, nourishing place. And looking at the other themes in this reading, I'm just seeing like there's definitely a theme here about wanting to create a safe space for yourself, because we have the Four of Wands here, we have this card Pillar, which is very similar energies, they're almost the same, that we're looking for here, which is about your foundation. It's about creating a solid foundation. And then we have the Ten of Pentacles and this card Calmness. Okay, so the Ten of Pentacles is all about creating a solid future, creating a strong foundation, looking for stability. And then we have this card Pillar and the Four of Wands. Again, this is about creating this sort of stable, solid, peaceful, harmonious backdrop to your life and what it is that you're doing. So a year from now, what I'm seeing is you either in a different space or working towards that, creating just like this beautiful place that can be like the perfect backdrop to the life that you want to live. So in practical terms, this can mean you're looking at to your future and you're wanting somewhere where you can settle down, or where, not forever necessarily, but just for a while, where you can make it your own, where you can feel safe and secure, where where you can have things how you want them. So what this means in reality is it could mean that you are moving house to somewhere more suitable. It could be that you are changing your living arrangements because the people that you're living with, your family or your you know, the people that you rent with, that you share your space with, you know, that it isn't ideal for you. Could be that you're setting up home with somebody, with your partner. That may resonate with you. And, you know, that's the sort of harmonious, beautiful home environment that you want to create and that you're looking for. But I definitely see just this very strong sense of, you know, wanting to create a stable foundation for whatever it is that you want to do in life. So you've always got that. So even if you're the sort of person that likes to travel around, I'm thinking that maybe you want to have like a nice base to come back to, you know, because you want to create this calmness, this harmony that we're looking at here, which I think is really beautiful. And, you know, where you can just be yourself and, you know, create a safe haven and, you know, like a little space of serenity for you, but just also just to feel more grounded, to feel more solid, just to sort of know where you're at. Maybe you move around a lot, maybe you have moved around a lot in your life, but what you're moving into this time next year is something more settled, where it feels very you, if you know what I mean. You know, you feel more settled, you can make it your own, you get on with the people that you're sharing your space with, or, you know, if you are sharing your space with somebody, or if you need to be on your own because that's what resonates with you, then, you know, whatever is your truth for you in your living situation will be here. So this is about creating, you know, when we see the Four of Wands together and the Ten of Pentacles, this is about creating a really solid foundation for the future. So again, about this home life, but also, you know, your financial situation, so that you've got financial security for yourself. This is very much going to be something that is on your mind, that you're working towards, and in a year is going to be something that you will be making progress on, and you'll be able to see the progress made. So, you know, this is all about sort of long term, you know, knowing that you've got your medical insurance, knowing that you've got your pension, knowing that you've got your savings for a rainy day, you know, knowing that you've got enough money coming in to pay for your outgoings and expenditure. It's not very sexy, but it is it just frees up. What I'm sensing is that it's going to free up a lot of energy that you can spend on other things and being creative, or in having fun, or in traveling, because you don't have to think about these things. All this energy that's taken up in your mind for hustling or working, or, you know, just trying to make that happen, or worrying, really, just worrying about not being able to make ends meet, or things being very tight, or not knowing where you're going to be living in a few months, is very draining on your emotional resources. So in a year from now, I see you being much more settled down in that way, and that is just, it's going to have this lovely experience of calmness, where you can sort of get on with your life and get on with what you really want to be doing, what you really want to be sharing, and, you know, exploring your gifts that you have to share with the world, and not have your energy taken up by these other factors of not knowing where you're going to be living in a couple of months, or always traveling, or, you know, not having a place to call your own. Okay, so I see, you know, big changes in your home environment, for the positive, for the better. Maybe some of you in this group will be buying a house. You know, that's indicated here, you know, with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles together as well. So I think that's very exciting for you, definitely. So, you know, and with this Ten of Pentacles, I see more money coming in for you in a year's time. So, you know, this isn't magic money when we see the Ten of Pentacles that, you know, we just win or inherit or marry. This is the sort of money that you get from working, from putting the effort in, and your efforts being rewarded. Okay, so I see more money coming in for you. I see an increase in your finances, which are going to make things feel easier for you, and that you can put towards, you know, creating that stability for the long term and for your future. Okay, but this is money that is doesn't mean that you have to work hard, or that you have to really hustle really hard. It's just, you know, it's about getting money through integrity. You know, if you've got to hustle, it's just about, you know, matching people up with you know, something that they really need or want, and, you know, that skill or service or product that they've been looking for, that is going to be the solution to their problem. So you're really earning money in a way that has good integrity. You know, doing your work, but the money is coming in with grace and with ease. It isn't asking you to burn the candle at both ends. It isn't asking you to really hustle or really push through that. You can just go in, give it your all, give it your best, bring your best self to whatever it is that you're doing, and you will be rewarded for that. It's going to pay off in the long term. But in a year from now, you will see a difference in your finances and in your living situation, which I think is really lovely and exciting. I want to talk about this beautiful card, New Love. So if you're single, just know that new love is coming in for you. There is someone, this says new love, not new situationship or getting back with your ex. This is somebody new for you who's going to come in, who's going to enrich your life, for you to explore that connection. Okay, doesn't mean it's long term, but somebody coming in significant that you can connect with, deeply connect with, and explore that emotional part of yourself, which I think is really beautiful. And if you're already in a relationship, well, if you're in a situationship, I see you going into something more solid. Not necessarily with that person. I think it's going to be with somebody new, to be honest. This is what I'm sensing. But that's going to, again, bring you this, instead of all the drama, this calmness, okay? This isn't a relationship full of ups and downs, full of drama. I just think, if anybody offers that, you're going to kind of decline it, really. There are people out there that want to get involved in a lot of drama. There are people out there who want to create a lot of drama for you. And I think you're going to be very much, creating a boundary and saying no to that, because it's just a waste of your time and your energy, and a waste of your beautiful heart and all that wonderful love that you have to give. If you're already in a relationship, then I see just a renewal and a deepening of that love. Maybe you're renewing your vows. Maybe you're renewing your commitment to each other by deepening that commitment. Maybe that could mean moving in together if you're not living together now, or it could mean getting married, or planning to formalize that your relationship or your love. Okay, so I do see that coming in for you within a year from now, which I think is really lovely. But I just sense the sweetness in this. Just there's these two cards together, there's just a sweetness, a gentleness, an appreciation from one another. Okay, which I think is really nice. I want to talk about a little bit more about this Empress in the reverse, because I think this is significant. This could indicate, when we see it like this, it can indicate an abandonment issue, something that's triggered from childhood. If that has been your history, you don't have to have a parent leave you to be to have abandonment issues. They can just be we can have parents who are doing their best, but they can be busy with work or caught up in their own problems, and maybe didn't connect with you in a way that you needed as a child. So that may be an issue, and I'm just wondering, if it's because this Empress in reverse is about worthiness and not feeling worthy. So I think there may be some issues that come up, and Spirit is just highlighting this for you, so that you can reflect on it and not feel afraid if it's something that you experience. So the Empress in reverse is just about, perhaps not feeling worthy of something, or perhaps not being open enough to receive the good that life has to offer you. So maybe this relationship might come along and it might trigger you a little bit. Maybe you think, oh, perhaps I'm not worthy of this amazing person who's come into my life, or perhaps I'm not used to not having to earn love, and this love is just being given freely to me, or perhaps you don't feel worthy of this stable situation that we're talking about. So this is really just a reminder from Spirit to be open to the good, because there's so much good here. Because Empress in the upright is all about being open to receiving your good. So, perhaps you're a little bit closed off to some of the things that are waiting in the wings that the universe wants to offer you. So you can always, I think it's really lovely just to stand with your arms open wide and just say, I am open. Imagine your heart space opening to the love, to the opportunities, to the things, the good things that you want to experience in your life. So often I wonder how we're going to experience all these things when our posture is so closed, our heart's so closed off to new people. We stand with our arms folded over ourselves. Just stand wide, wide stance, open your arms out wide and, you know, be open. Imagine that expansiveness, that openness, and that will really help you to bring in some things. I'm also wondering if in a year from now you may just find that you're neglecting your self-care a little bit. The Empress is all about nurturing yourself and doing your self-care, taking the time to meditate, to get fresh air, to be in nature, to get some nourishing movement into your life. So you may find that with some of this upheaval that comes with changing your situation or with your work situation, that your self-care might go on the back burner a little bit. So don't let that go on for too long. All right. Now we have this beautiful, I love the High Priestess when I see her in a reading so much. Such magical, mystical energy here. And then Council of Light, which is all about helpers in the subtle realm. So this is saying you are divinely supported and guided. So if some of these things seem impossible for you or seem difficult for you, or, you know, you experience some challenges on the way to your good, then just know that you can relax. So often we want to control everything, don't we? Because we think that if we control everything, then we're safe. You know, and what have we been talking about? Safety. Lots and lots of safety, creating more safety in our lives, okay? But safety comes from going with the flow. It doesn't come up from holding too tightly and trying to be in control of everything. It comes from knowing that you're always divinely supported and guided in whatever is happening in your life, okay? You know, the power is really within you. So often we look outside ourselves for the solutions, but really we are giving our power away. It's good to get help from other people, advice from other people, support from other people. That is a beautiful thing. But ultimately, the power is within you. The answers, you have all the answers that you need. So if you ever feel like you're in a situation where you don't know what to do or you don't know why this is happening, take a moment to look within. You know, take a moment to look within yourself, because that is when the answers are. Get quiet. There is a universe within you which you can always call upon to help you in any situation. So I see a year from now, you're really trusting your intuition much more rather than solely relying on your logic. We have the King of Swords represented here, which is a good thing. Your logic and clarity are going to be strong for you. But also just, you know, cultivating that intuition, hearing that inner yes, that inner no. And being true to that. So I see something along the lines of your own spiritual development as well. Perhaps you'll take up a regular meditation practice as part of your self-care. Perhaps you may be called to go on a retreat of some sort of description, or, you know, perhaps you'll develop a more sort of spiritual yoga practice rather than just thinking, oh, I'm just doing this for the flexibility. Maybe it will become more spiritual for you if that's something that resonates with you or something that you're into. But yeah, it's just an example of where that might lie. But a year from now, I definitely see you as a result of this spiritual development, just having developing this much deeper trust in the ability of life to support you and always be there for you. And I think that's going to come from this sort of settling down, safety energy as well. I'll also just talk about this beautiful King of Swords that we have here for you. This is you cutting through the crap, all right? I feel like this time next year, things are going to be a lot clearer for you. If things feel a little bit muddled right now, if you feel like you're wading through mud, if you're not clear about the direction that you're going in, this is an energy of decisive action, okay? So I see, you know, if you're sometimes not sure of yourself, or like you get a bit indecisive, like, you know, it can even be like, oh, I don't know what to have for dinner. I don't know what to order off the menu. I don't know where to go on vacation. You know, we just get paralyzed with our own fears. I see you just being able to develop that skill of making, you know, being decisive is such a powerful skill for success in life. So Spirit is really saying that when you become more decisive, you will be more successful. Okay, and in a year's time, I see that as something that's really, that you're just really winning at. You know, it's going to bring you focus, so you know which direction you're going in, and you're going to have a lot of clarity to cut through the crap. So if someone's talking to you and you're just like, well, that's just nonsense, I don't want to know about that, you know, you don't have to let it in. If something is a distraction for you, or someone's trying to distract you with a less than ideal friendship or a less than ideal relationship or even a toxic connection, you're going to be able to see that for what it is and just cut straight through it. You know, if someone wants to try and undermine you or is passive aggressive, you're going to be able to cut straight through it. And this is going to, again, I'm sensing this is going to free up a lot of energy for you to be able to put your energy into what it is that you truly want and what is truly important to you. I see you being able to be very disciplined as well in what you're doing. You know, focusing on your work, focusing on your health regime, not getting distracted by all those, you know, things that are there to tempt us all the time. There's always some sort of low vibrational relationship to tempt us, or some, you know, big lovely box of chocolate cookies or a bottle of wine, or 10 hours of Netflix to watch. But I see you just being quite disciplined and just saying, I'm not going to do that now. Right now is about me going for my goals, and I can do that later when I've achieved what it is that I want to achieve, you know. I also see you being able to share your knowledge. This is a card of meaningful communication. So whatever it is that you've learned in life, whether that's from a spiritual perspective or more just, you know, the knowledge in your work or your career, I see you having an opportunity to share that in quite a meaningful way. Perhaps you'll start a blog or write a book, or, you know, be invited to share your story in some way in your community, or this may resonate that, you know, you have the opportunity to lead other people in your career. You know, perhaps you'll be promoted, or just take on a role of training other people or another person to share your wisdom and knowledge to help bring them up, you know, to help, you know, to help raise other people up is what I'm hearing in their journey. Okay. So yeah, I think that's quite powerful as well. And that's going to be a wonderful opportunity for you as well to share, you know, everything that you've gained as a result of your own journey. Okay. I hope that reading has given you some clarity. I hope you found it beneficial. That's everything that I have for you today, but it's been wonderful spending time with you. It's been my honor to read your cards as always. Do connect with me down in the comments. I love to hear what is going on with you in your lives, and let me know how it resonates. If you feel called to, please check out my book Love Academy. It's available on my website. It's all about coming into alignment with soulmate love and learning how to manifest soulmate love and be in that energetic vibration. So if that resonates with you, do check that out. People have been saying that they've been getting just amazing results from that. People have been writing to me with the most amazing stories of how their relationship situations have transformed, which is so lovely to hear. But yes, have an amazing week. Do take good care of yourselves. I love you all so much, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 4. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see where you will be 1 year from now. So we have Justice, Judgment, Queen of Cups, Ace of Swords, Knight of Wands in the reverse. The card Striving, Get Creative, Trust Your Path, and Back to What You Love. So this is interesting because I just see with these major arcana cards here, there's just, it's quite weighty what we're looking at. I just feel it's quite strong energies, and that where you are a year from now will be quite a significant time in your life, like a sort of turning point. I feel that this is going to be more like an inner thing, you know, within yourself, within your own energies and your own spiritual understanding and awareness, rather than in the external, although there are a lot of external changes as well. So, you know, let's take a look at that. So we have this card Striving and Back to What You Love. So I'm just wondering if for some of you in group number 4, you're going to be asked to reevaluate what is important at some point in a year's time. So maybe you're working towards one particular goal and you think it's very important. You know, maybe you're just like going for the most amount of money, or, you know, you think this is, you know, something that's very important to you at this time. But I just sense that this is going change for you. You know, if something feels like you're like striving, like you're pushing, like you're trying to force something, or you're pushing a rock uphill, then, you know, maybe it's time. I think you're going to be asked a year from now to reevaluate what it is that is important to you, and maybe make some tweaks or changes so that you're not pushing, so that you're open to receiving, and, you know, just letting the universe help you. You don't need to do everything on your own. So with this back to what you love, you know, maybe that reassessment that we're talking about is just like being asked to reassess and just get back onto your true path. You know, what it is that truly feels good to you. You know, sometimes you know, maybe we all have to do this, where we do something just for the security, just for the money, just to pay the bills. But maybe Spirit will give you a little bit of a nudge in the right direction, you know, back onto your true path, what it is that you are here to do in this life. So I do see that, you know, and you'll be helped out with that, so that life can feel a little bit easier for you. Okay, I think that a year from now, it's going to be a very creative time for you with this Get Creative. I see you doing a lot of creative problem solving. You know, sometimes we can't use the same thinking that got us into a problem to get us out of a problem. So I feel like, you know, you'll be able to do that blue sky thinking, do that, you know, think about things differently, do that out of the box sort of thinking, which leads to the solutions to your problems. So I just see that as a skill that you're developing, and something that you will be called upon to do a year from now. I also see you doing a creative project, you know, again, it's back to what you love. Maybe that thing that you love is something that is more creative. It may not be your day job, it may just be something that you do decide to do as a hobby, but I feel that you're turning that into something that can be very lucrative. So Spirit is really saying that whatever it is that you're doing, where you're putting into your creativity, whether that's design or music or you know, whatever that is, you know, any kind of design, website design, or you know, you can be creative through movement and dancing, or however that resonates with you. I just sense that will be quite lucrative for you, and you'll be able to see the results of your efforts a year, you know, this time in a year, which I think is really beautiful. So that's some interesting energies for you here as well, you know. And also we have this card, Trust Your Path. So, you know, I just think you're going to have a strong indication, you know, when we're talking about back to what you love and trust your path, of getting back into right alignment, into what it is that you're truly here to do, you know, and trusting in that process as it unfolds for you. There's some interesting energies here as well, you know, because we have this Knight of Wands in the reverse. I don't like this energy, you know, especially here when it's, you know, so, you know, with the Queen of Cups energy here. These are like really opposing personalities. So I'm just wondering if some of you in group 4 have somebody who is narcissistic in your life, who has narcissistic traits or tendencies, or maybe even the full-blown personality disorder. Okay, so if that's something that you recognize, it might be somebody in your workplace, it could be somebody in your family, it could be a romantic relationship. But what I'm seeing here is you really with this Ace of Swords energy as well, just really setting a boundary with them. Because I just feel like you've got somebody in your life, maybe they're not narcissistic, maybe there's just like a toxic relationship or a toxic person, that they're unhealthy in some way and they are dragging you down. So I feel that you're going to be able to find the strength, the resourcefulness, or the understanding of what it is that you need to do to be able to set that very clear boundary with this Ace of Swords energy. And that can be with anybody in your life who crosses your path in that way. So instead of your boundaries being elastic, they become solid like steel. Solid boundaries is what you want, because you know, this Knight of Wands in the reverse will take advantage of somebody who doesn't have those solid boundaries. But this Queen of Cups combined with this Ace of Swords is such a beautiful combination, because this is somebody who has a big heart, who has a lot of love to give, who's very intuitive, very in touch with their emotions, very you know, you might be a highly sensitive person, or very you know, have a lot of empathy. But without that, that can be taken advantage of if you don't have these beautiful boundaries. So I feel that there will be some spiritual lessons for you around this time a year from now, where you will really learn what that is, what that involves, and be able to bring that into your real life. And that is going to really, really make a difference to your happiness, to your fulfillment, to your ability to achieve in this life, so that you can be your true and authentic self. You know, you can share your beautiful creativity, you can share your beautiful heart with people and not have it taken advantage of, or not, you know, be brought down by people who are aggressive or passive aggressive or toxic in nature. Okay, so you know, this is really judgment day for this Knight of Wands character who is in your life. Not just the energies, you know, even if it resonates with you differently, it's not one particular person, just people that you meet. You're just going to be saying no to toxicity. You know, and that person is just going to be leaving your life. They're just not going to be bothered with you anymore. You know, when there is no audience, there is no show. So, you know, when you don't put energy into them and you take your energy back for you, then there is no show. They'll go and find somebody else to, you know, make somebody else's life difficult, sadly, or, you know, you know, they can just go off and make themselves miserable. Okay, they don't need to be in your life making you miserable when you have so much beautiful energy to offer this world. Okay, so with this Ace of Swords, the Justice and the Judgment, this is, you know, just a super powerful combination of the truth being revealed. I feel like this indicates a really major shift in your consciousness, an expansion in your consciousness, something you don't know now. A year from now, you're going to know. You're going to understand much better. So maybe if you've been suffering or going through difficulties and you haven't really understood the lesson in it, or why it is that you have to suffer in this way, I think you're going to be able to see the bigger picture as a result of this. This really indicates that you are raising yourself up to new levels of spiritual understanding, you know, and just new levels in your life, like you're just leveling up. But it's going to be as a result of your this expansion in your consciousness, and that is going to lead you to making you know, taking much more positive actions, making much better decisions about your life, and that's going to lead you in the right direction. These are cards as to coming back into right alignment so that life can feel much easier for you. So a year from now, I sense that life is going to feel much easier for you, you know, by being in this right alignment. Okay, what I'm hearing is that you're entering a new phase. This time, a year from now, is really a gateway into your new life. Okay, so if you've had a lot of problems, if you've had a lot of challenges, if you've had a lot of negative people in your life who have been trying to pull you back down, you know, it's a little bit like a bucket of crabs. If you've ever seen a bucket of crabs, one of them's always trying to get out, but the other crabs in the bucket try and pull the one who's trying to get out back down. Okay, so I just feel like you're going to have the strength to resist any of those people or crabs, right, that want to pull you back down into the bucket. This is the, you know, this expansive energy is you escaping the bucket of, you know, when you're in the bucket, if we can carry on with this analogy, right? When you're in the bucket, that's your universe. That's all that you can see. But you are beginning, you know, and this is starting already, to level up, to raise your awareness. You know, maybe you've been learning a lot about, you know, spiritual ideas that are really resonating with you. Maybe you're finding more like-minded people who you resonate with, who are helping you to see life in a new way. But when you do that, when you do start to step into your truth, step into your authenticity, then you will find that there are people there are those crabs who want to pull you back down into the bucket of their tiny little bucket reality. If you see where I'm going with this, I think this is quite cool. But you can get out, and outside the bucket is this whole world that you didn't even know existed. This whole amazing, there's so much expansion here with this energy. There's a whole world that you haven't explored yet. There is a vibration, a frequency that you can vibrate at, that, you know, that you can step into this higher frequency. And when you do, there will be opportunities and synchronicities and serendipitous moments and experiences that you never even dreamed of, let alone thought was possible. Okay, so this is massive expansion that we're talking about. And as you go through this process, you know, because we have this card, trust the path, trust in that process as you go along, you know, as you go into this situation. you know, as you go through this phase, this gateway into right alignment, into a time of living more authentically, okay? And just like, if you don't know why you're suffering or why something is happening in your life, I do feel that, you know, the truth of that will be revealed to you. The spiritual lesson, the nugget that you can take forward throughout this lifetime and all your lifetimes will be revealed to you around a year from now, so that you can understand it better, and that will create a massive shift in your consciousness, which I think is really exciting. Okay, with the Justice and the Queen of Cups here as well, this can indicate a marriage for you. You know, this is new love indicated here with the Queen of Cups, very beautiful, and Justice can indicate a marriage. But I think this is a message for people, or just sort of formalizing your commitment to one another. So, but this is just a message, I think, for people who are already in quite a solid relationship. This may be where, indicated a year from now, where your relationship is going, okay? Which I think is really lovely. It's interesting as well, you know, with the Judgment and the Justice and the Ace of Swords, as we were looking at just now, these are all cards of manifestation, you know? So Justice is really about reaping what you sow. What do you want to sow now in your life? What seeds do you want to plant now in your life that you want to see, you know, bear the fruits of a year from now? Okay, so this is really the card of you reap what you sow. So be sure to always be sowing positive seeds of intention in your life, okay? So, you know, think your positive thoughts, use your positive affirmations, you know, get your vision board, decide what it is that you want, stay high vibrational, say no to toxic people, toxic situations, toxic habits, yeah? Say no to that and keep sowing those positive seeds. And in a year from now, you will be so grateful that you did that, because your life will, what I'm hearing is the word renewed. Your life, you will be completely renewed as a result of your commitment to your spiritual expansion, to positivity, and to living a higher vibrational, authentic life of truth. Yeah, wow, this is quite powerful. This is definitely more like a reading to do with your own internal world, your emotional landscape, your spiritual and emotional landscape, rather than sort of maybe more practical 3D things. This is like in this reading, you know, this is what I'm picking up on. It's like a transformation within yourself of your own understanding of who you are and what you're doing here. But it comes from you know, saying no to toxicity and just allowing more ease into your life, allowing, you know, just start with the idea of things being easier, of being able to make money in an easy way, of being able to connect with people in a way that is easy and graceful, you know? So yeah, I think that's quite quite important. You know, this is, you know, these two, it's all about the law of attraction here, you know? With this Queen of Cups, this indicates that this time next year you will have done a lot of healing. You know, perhaps there's something from your past that has cast a long shadow. Perhaps it was this toxic person or these toxic people. Take it how it resonates. But, you know, whatever it is that was toxic in your life, or was toxic in the past and cast a long shadow for you, you know, has had repercussions. I see you doing a deep, deep lot, especially, you know, with this Judgment as well, of healing as a result of that, you know. And sometimes in life we can feel stuck, but I just feel you really overcoming that stuckness as a result of this healing, this beautiful healing, okay? So there's going to be a lot of assimilating going on. I think you will, like this time in a year, you will have assimilated a lot of these spiritual lessons, a lot of sort of, I think you'll understand yourself better, you'll understand people better and their motivations, okay? This is always a card about bringing the truth to the surface, which is really interesting because we have, there's a theme here, right? We have the Ace of Swords, which is about bringing truth. We have Judgment, which is about bringing truth to the surface. Okay, so the truth of this situation you're in right now, a year from now, will be revealed to you. Why it is that you had those challenges, why it is that you had that suffering, what it is that you had to learn, which you are now fully awakened to, fully awakened, completely awakened and leveled up. So I feel like this time next year, there's going to be a phase in your life where your own spirituality, your connection to yourself, like, it's the only thing that's going to matter is your connection to yourself and your connection to spirit, you know, universal intelligence, however you resonate with that. And that is going to be the most important thing, not what other people think, not getting outside validation, not material things, but that solidness. You know, you'll get grounded from that, you'll get solace from that, you'll get understanding and peace and contentment from that, from developing your relationship with yourself and with God or Goddess, however you resonate with that. Okay, the answers are within you. That's what I'm seeing. So a lot of healing taking place for you, which is going to make you feel really good. Physical healing, emotional healing. This time in a year, you will know yourself so much better, okay, as a result of this. It may be that, you know, through this assimilating process, this healing, maybe you will have done some therapy, some cognitive behavioral therapy, some hypnotherapy, some talk therapy, where you talk through some of these issues. And that is what's going to give you the awakening, the understanding that we've been talking about. This card also says, follow your heart, because it will never lead you astray. This is what I'm hearing. So, you know, always follow your heart, follow those little inner nudges, those inner truths, that inner guidance that we all have. And that is really going to help you, you know, just to trust your intuition as you're guided through this process. And I feel like, as you know yourself better, I just feel you're going to be able to connect with people much better, and you're just going to be able to connect with people in your community. You're going to connect to people on a more loving level. You're going to be able to bring that beautiful love that you have. You won't be afraid to be who you are and share that with other people, you know. So yeah, quite a powerful reading for you. Definitely an emphasis on sort of spiritual expansion and awakening, you know, and definitely an emphasis on, you know, being authentic, you know, putting your time into what it is that you really want to be doing in this life, and letting go of everything else. So, you know, you may be asked to reassess, but I think a year from now your life is going to look different, because you've taken that brave step of cutting out that toxicity from your life. And I think that is going to give you the mental clarity and the emotional space to really what I'm hearing is not settle for second best, you know, in your career or in your friendships or in your romantic life, and really just level up with this judgment spiritual expansion to something which feels really, really good to you, because it's your truth, it's who you are, it's what you deserve as a result of your goodness and the good things that you are doing for yourself and how you're working on yourself. So you will see results, you will see that transformation a year from now, absolutely no doubt about it. Okay, but yeah, a very creative year. Really indulge your creativity, because it's going to bring you beautiful things. All right, that's everything that I have for you in this reading. I hope that it has resonated with you. Do let me know. Do connect with me down in the comments, because I love to connect with you in the comments. If you feel called to, check out my book, Love Academy. It's on the website. It's for helping you come into right alignment with soulmate love. People have been saying, writing to me, just, you know, with amazing stories about how their life has been transformed, or how they've had their own greater understanding brought to them about their own blocks to love, and how that has changed for them, which is really, really lovely to hear. But yes, have an amazing week. I'm sending you lots and lots of love. You're always in my thoughts. Do take good care of yourselves. I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye-bye. Hey everybody, this is the reading for everybody who picked group number 5. So I'm going to take a look at the energies in these cards and see where your life is at a year from now. Okay, so we've got the beautiful 8 of Pentacles, the Empress represented here for you, the Fool, 2 of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Cups, oh my goodness, the Warrior card, such a gorgeous card, the card Take a Break, the card Work, 2 opposing energies there, and Be Authentic. this is amazing. Okay, first of all, I'm getting really, really amazing energies off these cards and off this reading. For the people who are in group number 5, things are on the up and up. This is just like, you guys, it's like wall-to-wall positivity here. Okay, so I'm seeing just lots of positivity, lots of good times, lots of expansion, lots of fun for you coming in. So let's have a look. So, you know, this 2 of Cups, excuse me, 2 of Swords in the reverse. I'm getting too excited. That's what the problem is. If you are feeling indecisive right now about something, maybe it's between one job or another job, or one career and another career, or what to study, or between one lover and another, or, you know, whatever it is that is on your mind that is resonating with you as I'm talking about this right now. It could just be a general feeling of indecision. You know, the thing with indecision is that it really holds us back. You know, it stops our progress and holds us back towards, you know, living our best lives and towards the good that life wants to offer us. So if there is something in your life where you are being indecisive at this moment, I just feel like a year from now, what I'm sensing is that decision will be made, and then you know, things will play out as a result of the decision that you make now, and that it's all going to work out for the highest good of everybody concerned. Okay, because this is just positivity. I am saving the best till last with group number 5, and you know, there's just so much positivity here. So feel secure, feel safe in knowing that you can make that decision, and you know, be you know, you can be sure of yourself in the decision that you make. You can be confident in that decision and that it's going to work out well for you. Okay, you do know the answers are within you. So you know, don't give in to that fear energy of thinking, oh, I don't know what to do, or I don't know what's best. You do know what's best, and you're going to make that decision and then go forward, because in a year's time you are going to be reaping the rewards of that decision, and it is going to you know, work out really beautifully for you. Okay, so that's what I see here. I feel like with this warrior energy, like some of you in this group have been through a lot. Okay, you've been through challenges, you've had difficult times, you've been through struggles, and what I'm hearing is that life has tested you, right? But you know, if life has tested your mettle in this way, you have risen to the challenge. You have been like, okay, what is the solution to this? You have taken full responsibility for whatever it is that has been going on in your life. Instead of playing the victim, I'm not getting any sense of that whatsoever. You have absolutely taken the empowered role, stepped into your power, and, you know, taken on those challenges and those difficulties. In your life, and a result of that, you have grown. You have grown as a result of these difficulties, and this is what I see a year from now. You're going to be able to look back and just be like, wow, I am not the person I used to be, in a good way, right? I am not the person I used to be. You will have grown and matured as a result of these tests and challenges that life has thrown at you. Yeah. And what I see there in a year's time is someone who feels completely solid, completely grounded in themselves. Yeah, solid, grounded, root chakra energy. You know, sometimes you meet people like that, and you are going to be one of them, who have just got it nailed. They've got it sorted. They are absolutely, you know, nothing sways them. Nobody's opinion, nobody's passive aggressive behavior, you're just absolutely solid in themselves. And the thing with people being in that energy is that no one messes with you. You know, nobody comes to you with their passive aggression. Nobody comes to you with their toxicity. Nobody comes to you with their low vibrational energy or trying to undermine you, because it's just not worth it, because you are so solid. You've got those solid, deep roots that go all the way down to the center of the earth. And this is the character that you will develop over the next year. Yeah, so if life has tested your mettle, just know that as a result of this, you will be able to completely trust yourself, and you will know who you are. All right, which I think is really beautiful. So what I see here with this take a break, and then this, you know, we've got this beautiful 8 of Pentacles and the work card. I'm seeing good work-life balance here. This is what I'm seeing with these cards. You know, the 8 of Pentacles is all about work and putting the work in, and then we've got this card work denoting that your work situation, you know, what's going on with that. And then we have take a break. So I just see beautiful work-life balance putting in. You know, when you go into work, you give it your all, but it's not making you feel drained. It's not stressful. Okay, a year from now, your job will not be stressful, and you're going to have that beautiful work-life balance where you can spend the weekends with your family, where you can have mini vacations, where you've got the time and the resources to be able to do that. And that is really nourishing. I just got such a nourishing sense from this reading, which I think is really beautiful. In your work, it's going to be very fulfilling. It's going to be very nourishing, okay? Which, you know, the work looks really good here. I see that you're going to be very respected in your work and that you are working towards your goals. And a year from now, that's what's going to be happening. You're just going to be happy with where you're at, but you're not being stagnant or stuck in a rut. You're just, you know what your goals are, you know where you're going, and you're just happily doing the day-to-day, going in, putting your day's work in, but you know, it's meaningful. You know, this isn't meaningless work. So if that's what work feels like to you now, or that it's boring or you know, unfulfilling, I see a change for you, and that a year from now you will feel much better. You know, it's just going to feel good. This, you know, a year from now your work situation is just nourishing and fulfilling, and you're happy to go in, and you're getting on well with the people who you're working with, and you feel like it's a job well done, and you're getting satisfaction out of it because you know that you're working towards your goals. Okay, so I don't see money directly coming as a result of that, but as you progress, as you go on, you know, your money's going to be coming in, and you're gaining greater knowledge, greater understanding, greater skills, and that's going to be more lucrative for you in the future. But just in that pinpoint that a year from now you're just going to be working away, but just enjoying your daily life, really. You know, a lot of contentment is what in this reading. Do you know what I mean? Which I think is really lovely. With this Ace of Cups, it's interesting actually. We've got the Fool, we've got the Ace of Cups, we've got the Empress. Let's take a look at them all together. So these energies indicate new love, but not only that, they indicate being ready for love, being ready for real, true love, not a situationship, not a player, not someone who wants to mess you around, not a fling, real love. Maybe a year from now we're even looking at you being ready for the love of your life. Okay, this is an offer of new love coming in, and it is as a result, when I see these energies together, of the love that you have given yourself. You know, you can only be loved at the level to which you love yourself, not in an egotistical way, not in a narcissistic way, just in that true an authentic way. You know, we have this card, be authentic, here as well. So just in that beautiful, natural, authentic way of knowing your own value, knowing your own worth, knowing that you're worthy of being treated with respect. Yeah, so I see new love coming in for you if you are looking for a new relationship, and it of being very significant, maybe even the love of your life. Now if you are in a relationship already, then I see this just being a time a year from now of being very settled, very contented time, and just like being really nourishing. You know, like you really get them and they really get you, and they're really meeting your needs and you're really meeting their needs, and there's this beautiful balance and reciprocity between you both. You know, where you just felt like you didn't feel like love could really feel like this. You know, like just going deeper, getting a more beautiful connection is what I'm seeing at this time. Pregnancy is also indicated here, you know, only if it resonates, if that's something that you want. Sometimes I get people writing to me going, oh, but I'm 15 years old, I don't want to be pregnant. Well, don't be pregnant then. But my point is that pregnancy is indicated here when we have the Ace of Cups and the Empress together. So if that is something that you've wanted to manifest in your life, then that is indicated for you here, you know, especially with the Fool, because it's like embarking on a new adventure coming in for you as well. So what I'm really seeing as well, you know, with these energies is that it's going to be a year from now is going to be a real purple patch for you. I don't know if you have that expression in your culture, but it just means like a really good time where things come together really nicely, going through a purple patch, going through that, just a time where things are in right alignment, where you feel very contented, where you feel fulfilled, where you're just like, oh, you know, everything's going really well, you know, where all the good stuff really outweighs any problems or challenges that you have. You know, that you can't have a life without problems or challenges, but you want them in balance. You want them to be able to know that you can deal with them, and that you know that you've got a lot of resilience to fall back on. So, you know, the resilience is good connection, it's good family or soul tribe, or, you know, support group, or people who love you, or, you know, being nourished by your experiences, and, you know, having good mental health, having good physical health. Yeah, so that is indicated here as well, actually, with the Ace of Cups and the Empress. Good physical health. So, you know, if you've been struggling a little bit with your health, if your health has been an issue, I sense that this time next year that there'll be a renewal in your health as a result of your own efforts, as a result of your own self-care. Not something that magically happens for you, just the body healing as a result of you making positive changes where you are supporting yourself. Okay, so I think that's really good. So these are good times that we're looking at a year from now. You know, this is having good people around you. Travel is really indicated here with this full energy as well. You know, embarking on an adventure, you know, maybe moving to a different city, or maybe going on that trip, you know, that, you know, doing that travel, doing that exploration that you've always wanted to do. Maybe you've always wanted to see you know, a particular part of the world, Africa or Southeast Asia or Europe, whatever it is. I just see that, you know, beautiful opportunity for expansion coming in for you, okay? This is really yin energy as well here that we see with the Empress and the Ace of Cups. So, you know, when we were talking about work and that work-life balance, you've just really nailed that. Like, you know, you don't have to push and push and push and strive and everything be really tough. You can just let the universe support you, let yourself be supported. You do your best, and then the universe will meet you where you're at. And that's definitely where you're at a year from now, where you're doing your best and the universe is meeting you in your efforts, okay? It's like that saying, God helps those who help themselves, or the universe helps those who help themselves. So you do the best by you, and then the universe will match your efforts, okay? So that's what I'm seeing coming in for you. So yeah, lots of yin energy, really good times coming in, being surrounded by really good people, okay? And just being surrounded by lots and lots of loving energy, okay? In sort of every area of your life. I feel like with this full energy, there's just so much love here. There's this great opportunity for fun, to have fun in your life. I think you're even going to be having fun at work. You know, I'm just seeing like lots of it's like very convivial, you know, just lots of beautiful people around you, lots of laughing. I'm hearing like clinking of glasses, things to celebrate, you know, a year from now, which I think is going to be really good. Embarking on a new relationship, like we were talking about with this Ace of Cups, you know, it could be a really beautiful soul friendship that you're embarking on. It could be this new relationship that we were talking about. It could be a new project that you just really, really love. It's a passion project, something that comes from the heart, okay? But you're being taken in a new direction in your life. There's going to be something really new and positive a year from now. So, you know, this may be this new relationship. It may be becoming a parent. It may be a new direction in your career, which you didn't expect to go in. But whatever it is, you're feeling really positive. You're feeling really enthusiastic about it. And, you know, this is luck being on your side when we see this this fall energy. I just feel like this purple patch, you know, you've been quite lucky, you're landing on your feet, things that may have been a disaster will work out fine for you, you know, and just things being like quite smooth. Such a lot of energy of just kind of flow and of smoothness, and, you know, things not being gritty and difficult. It's just all flow and grace. Yeah, is what I'm hearing. Definitely, you know. So this fall energy is really about embarking on that new going into new territory in your life, you know, going overcoming resistance and just starting something new that you are passionate about. Passion project, passionate relationship, you know, just good feeling things. You know, I just feel like in this reading it's like everything's coming together. The work looks good, the relationship looks good, what you're working on looks good, you're feeling fulfilled, things are being harmonious. I mean, you couldn't ask for anything better, especially after, you know, what it is that you've been through, after, you know, looking at this warrior energy, these difficult times, these challenges, this gritty energy that maybe you're experiencing now, and or have done in the past, and that is now filtering out over, you know, between now and this time next year that we're looking at, so that you're in this period of grace and of ease. So make the most of that in your life. That is, you know, when that comes along in life, that is a gift. You know, I feel like this time in your life, a year from now, you're going to look back on, for, you know, in your old age or years and years later, and just think, you know, you'll be looking at the pictures, you'll be looking at the photographs and just thinking, wow, that was such a good time, you know? So just take a moment to appreciate the good that life has given you. Remember, it won't be perfect. I know this is a very positive reading. Life isn't perfect, but I just think there's just so many blessings here for you. And when you look back on that time, you're going to see that it was a it was like either a really beautiful turning point in your life. This is the time when you took that new direction and it led to you to the person that you are now, or just, you know, that it was just a really good time in your life where you look back with such fondness at that and just think, wow, I had so many good people around me. Or so just remember to appreciate it, because life goes by so fast. So just take a moment, stop, you know, a year from now, take a moment, look around you and see all the good that life has brought you. Because so often we're so focused, aren't we, on the next thing, the next goal. Oh, well, I've got this now, what about this? Oh, I've got this car now, I want the next one. Oh, I've done this holiday now, I want the next one. Yeah? Take a moment to assess, take a moment to look around, take a moment to take a deep breath and breathe in that experience of everything that you have manifested that will be here for you a year from now. Okay? So yes, it's just wall-to-wall positivity. There's a lot of positivity for you. So this time next year, I see this as a good time for you. But make that decision that you need to make, because it's all going to work out well for you. And just, you know, invite that energy of grace and ease into your life. It's just getting like so much happiness off this reading, and just sort of contentment and fulfillment. So that's all available to you. You can tap into that energy. You can tune into that if you choose to, because that is what the universe wants to bring you. It is all available to you. This is high vibrational energy. You know, group number 5, you are high vibrational people. Good for you, you know, because this is all about the work that you've done on yourself, and you are creating and will recognize a year from now just what a beautiful life you have, you know? So yeah, let me know what you're grateful for in your life, and how this has resonated for you down in the comments. I love to connect with you down in the comments. But yeah, it's been my honor to read your cards as always. It's been like such a beautiful reading, and yeah, if you feel called to, please check out my book Love Academy. It's on my website. People have been saying that they've been getting amazing results from this. Just people writing to me with the most beautiful stories of their life experiences changing as a result of them reading this book. So this book is all about manifesting soulmate love, coming into alignment with soulmate love and meeting your soulmate. All right, yeah, check that out if it resonates with you. But you're always in my thoughts. I love you all so much. Thank you for being part of this community. Have an amazing week, and I hope to see you again soon here on Lumiere. Take care now. Bye bye.